Scene 5.48. Hey y'all, Artist Book Girl here, also known as APGJamie, and today we're getting crusty and de-stressing with the Gelli Plates, which is a trademark of Gelli Arts, okay? So any hoodles, we're starting off with my 8x10 inch Gelli Plate, and it's an old one, y'all. I've had it quite a few many years, back when they were really expensive to buy. Just saying. And it was a gift. Thanks, Jessie. Anywho, I've just picked out some craft paints over here from my side on my little rolly cart. And I thought they'd be sort of friendly, so that's what I'm going to use. And I'm only using like 3 stencils. One is that elevator gate, which I'm using underneath my brayering off paper. And that's just some kind of texturing paint brush, finishing brush thing. So that's what that is. And I've swiggled it across there. I really like that. Oh, that's so pretty. It's hard to tell in my little tiny editing screen, but it was really pretty, y'all. So I may have to use that some more, some other times. And the point here is to get crusty, so I'm making thinnish layers and letting it dry. And I may be waving my hand over it to dry it, because you really don't want to use your heat gun on your Gelli plates. Just saying, because you don't. Because I don't like getting hot like that. Now, I could have just scorched my paint onto my Gelli plate on top of my stencil, but for some reason I thought it would be better to put it on my brayer. I don't think it makes a difference, y'all. Or you could use another Gelli plate, or even a palette of some sort to put your paint on and smear it onto your brayer. Okay. So I have some General's powdered graphite, and that's what I'm going to be using mostly. I will use some, I'm going to say baby powder, shower powder, y'all. I got shower to shower because it's old and that's what I got. So it smells pretty too. The baby powder, the shower powder. Okay. Now that we got that powder out of the way, y'all saw I just squirted on some graphite. And this, if your Gelli plate is not stained, this will do it. Okay? But no worries, stains don't stop it from working. Just saying. So I put that on there, and I got this idea, inspiration idea, whichever one you want to take it from Peg Robinson and Shel C, who I will link to in the iCards, upper right hand corner above, in the description box down below. So and I probably should have watched their video again so I'd get a better understanding of what it was I was trying to do, but I didn't. So yeah, because I'm special like that. I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it because, yeah, play, y'all. It's just play. It's just play. Don't be taking this stuff too seriously. And I ended up with some gorgeous prints, and only played with them for like an hour and a half, and that includes drawing time. And I have sped up portions of this video. Most of it is 2 times as fast. Portions are 4 times as fast. So I really don't move quite this quickly. And I put my powder into one of the, it's like a ketchup bottle from, in the kitchen supply department at the Walmart. They like 97 cents or something like that. So, and now I have an empty powder bottle. I may transfer it into that because it may squirch out of that better. I don't know. Maybe not, because I'm going to have to clean the powder out. Or, well, the residual powder, because it's empty. So, anywho, I'm just essentially putting my paints on there. And I use this same, I think the name of this stencil is Doily. It's by TheCraftersWorkshop. I'm just calling it Doily for lack of a better name. Okay? And I certainly don't think I wrote down the number of it. Nope, didn't write down the number. So there we go. Okay, and that's Deli Paper, which is list of ingredients is all down in the description box. The only thing I don't have there is the specific colors that I use and the specific brand of craft paints. But otherwise, that's Deli Paper, and I'm just using it to get some of the extra paints out of the stencil grooves there, y'all. And now I'm coming on with this pretty green. I love this green. But you know what? Using it is hard. It's hard to get it to where it looks decent with something else. Just saying that out loud because it's so true. But I love that color all by itself. I will tell you that color because that's a Craft Smart and it's called Citron. And I really, it's such a hard color to work with. But in the end, I love that print. So, and the graphite sticks to you, and if you have breathing issues, I do recommend wearing a mask because it's powder, y'all. It's a very fine powder. And I got it in the a real art store. I can't remember the name of the art store. I got it at Fancy Art Store, y'all. That's gold, y'all. It's not real gold, but it's gold. Oh, and I love my brayering off papers. I haven't thrown one of those away ever. I'm pretty sure. But then I only put 3, 4, 5 different colors on one, and then I move that one aside and start another one. I don't just keep going on and going and going. So. And that one wrinkled up on me. This was going to be a clear off pull. Oh, sorry. I do bump the camera a few times. I don't know why. I just do. Okay? It's not on purpose, but it's, yeah. Sorry. Apologize about that. And so my clean off pull didn't get cleaned off that well because my deli paper wrinkled a lot. Oh, love that color. Just saying. Now, to pull off extra paint, you let it sit there and you clean off your brayer over there, and then you run it across your Gelli Plate again and wipe that off, and again and wipe that off, and it just gives you thinner and thinner layers. Okay? But we getting crusty here, and I de-stressing because it's just play. Don't be don't do this and have specific outcomes because you rarely get that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you rarely get that. But I can almost guarantee you will get prints that you like. Now these prints, what are they good for? They're good for collage papers because a lot of people collage. They're good for journal pages because a lot of people do journal pages. They're great for backgrounds because a lot of people do backgrounds. Okay? You can also use them for greeting cards, artist trading cards, artist trading coins. Those are a thing these days. I love them. I said greeting cards. Tags, you can use them for tags. I don't know, you could just use them for anything. You can make die cuts, you cut out with them, punches out with them. Now that one I like. And I'm just sorry that big old piece in the middle came off, but I'm not sorry that big old piece of paper came off. Or, well, it wasn't a piece of paper. It's all that juicy, dry up, crusty paint. I'm sorry it came off, but I'm not sorry it came off because this next page is amazing. If you like rusty looking stuff that's not really rust, okay? Oh, it's going to be pretty. Y'all going to like this. If you like distressed, stuff, you're going to like it. I think there may only be one page that I ended up not being a real big fan of. And it was funny because I showed them to my husband because I show him everything because he wants to see everything because he's a boy. They're like that. They're so weird. Anyway, he liked different ones than what I liked, which I thought was funny. Oh, y'all, that just is so cool looking. Just saying. I think that before I do this again, I'm going to go back and watch Peg and Shel's video. And I wish I could remember the name of their live streams that they do that with. I think it's the Art Joy of Sharing. I think. Art Joy of Sharing. I'm sorry, Pig. I'm sorry, Shel. I'm terrible. I will try to find that link and put it in the captions, the real name of it. Okay? Okay. They do a live show like once a week or every other week. See, I'm just so terrible on my information. Well, it's early in the morning. I just got up and my husband's still sleeping. Just saying, because he is. And I came out to the studio, so, you know, because the talking would wake him up. I don't want to do that. He don't sleep so good sometimes. This one I'm not too crazy about. It's okay. I'm sure I'll find a purpose to it. If nothing else, I can stick it in somebody's Happy Meal and it'd just be all like, oh, I loves it. APG, I just loves it. Because that's the way we are. We like other people's papers. Now, I didn't really want this to be too long of a video. But, you know, my hour and a half has only come down to like 25 and a half minutes. But it is what it is. And y'all will watch and y'all will enjoy it. And I hope you watch the whole thing because I really do appreciate all y'all's time. And eventually I'm going to use some powder. Oh, here's that brush again. It just makes some of the coolest marks on there, y'all. It really does. Really cool. And y'all notice I'm staying in screen pretty good this time. I stay pretty good. So, yeah. And my stencils that have the paint on them, I do take that paint off. I lay it onto paper, and y'all probably saw that a little bit towards the left. It's kind of hard to see, you know. It's just a narrow screen there, but that's the way it is. So I'm trying to knock some of that graphite around, and it succeeds somewhat, and somewhat it doesn't. Now, I noticed that if it's damp and humid in your area, that graphite's going to be a little more clumpy. Just saying. And if it's not like that, if it's dry in your area, it's going to be a little more thinner, powdery, puffy. You know how powdered it is. That one had, excuse me, had paint stuffs stretched across the opening, so it's time to clean it. Clean at it. And I will show you a little bit of cleaning at the end of how I clean up my Gelli Plate before I put it away. Because I do. Before I put it away. Oh, y'all. Love that one. I do. I do. It just came out real pretty. Now, that is a metallic purple. And it's very translucent. And you're thinking, oh, that's ugly. But you know what? Once it dried, it wasn't so ugly. I'm just saying. Okay, so sooner or later, I will use the shower powder. Powder. I don't know when. Oh, that's a you know, a little squeegee thing that's got chunks out of it. Make some neato marks. Oh, here's the powder, y'all. Here's the powder. Now, the powder doesn't leave dark marks, but it will help leave crusty marks. Does that make any sense? So, this one comes out really gorgeous. It's almost one of those eyeball herder ones. Okay. Oh, look at now, no, that was fast. We're going to have a photo montage, and you'll see each and every single one of them. Okay? And there'll be, well, not every single one in the photo montage. I pile them up. But then I show you some of my favorites individually. Now I'm just drying it with my hand, rolling my hand over it. And sometimes I fan it with a piece of paper. So, that went like poof. Now, I will also tell you, you're going to get graphite on your hands. And you're going to get graphite all over your desk. Likewise with the powder, because, you know, that's the nature of the beast, and they're the beast this time. Oh, heat gun, y'all. Oh. Yeah, I used a heat gun for a minute. And I used my hand a lot. Fanning and fanning. I guess I could cut some more of that out, but I didn't. So that one I used graphite and the shower powder. Powder. Body powder. I don't know. Call it whatever you want to call it. Oh, let's get these circles out here. Oh. That was a fun one. This one comes out just one print with the circles. Oh, yes. Now, I also used cardstock and just regular printer paper. Just saying, because that's what I used. And the Deli Paper. Don't forget the Deli Paper, because, yeah, you always got it. If you got it, you got to use it. Just saying. So I'm going to retire that brayer off page. And here comes some of that pink again. And I could have used just tons and tons and tons and tons of colors, but I didn't. I kind of stuck with some of the same ones. So, because I was just playing. I know we got 10 more minutes to go and run out of things to talk about. Oh, y'all, it's so easy to get lost. Oh, look at that one. Now, I probably shouldn't. I'm not going to tell you that part. Y'all just going to have to wait and see that part, because you're going to want to see it. So, what colors was that? That might have been, I don't know what color. That was that blue. That was a blue for sure, for sizzles. And it's jelly printing, mono printing. Makes me happy. Y'all see my hands? I flashed them at you. They're getting little paint boogers on them. Not boogers, but oh, look at that. That one dried really pretty, because they kind of change color just a little bit when they dry. Just saying, I'm looking at that one right now. I like it. I like them all. I told you there's like maybe one of them I'm not a fan of. And that was a cleanup pull, but sometimes some of this just had a real hard time cleaning it. Just saying. Now we're going to go back to our circles, and I think that's just a clean plate back there, cleanish plate back there, and I'm just dumping some different colors on there. I have that pale pink, a yellow, and a blue. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's a hot mess looking, isn't it? It's a hot mess looking one. Oh, my brayering off paper over there, it's got too wet and it wants to roll up in the brayer. I know it's a hot mess looking. Let that dry. See, that's one of the things about the crusty bits. You want thin, dry layers in between them. That's what gets you the crusty in the various colors. Now this is it's fuchsia, obviously, and it's a neon color, y'all. It's bright, and I love it. I don't know if I can still get it. I should probably pick me up another bottle. And there goes some of that opaque turquoisey color. Turquoisey. Now I'm braying off some of the excess that I don't want on there. See how you just roll back over it and clean your brayer off, and there you go. And then you bend it with your hand so it gets dry, and then you walk away and it gets dry some more. And then you squirts on just a little bit of graphite powder. Just a little bit. And you fan it some more. You touch it, yeah, it's dry enough. Then you put on some of that color, and then you put on some of that purple over there, and then you brayer it on the top. Clean off your brayer over there, and then you put your cardstock on there. You've got to rub it and burnish it pretty good with the heels, the palms of your hand, heels, palm things. Oh. Oh, this is so pretty. It's pretty. I think it's one of my absolute favorites. And that's a red. Okay. And I'm going to try to start cleaning up that bunch that's stuck on there. Now, sometimes what will happen is, especially with cardstock, y'all, thicker papers, is your paper will actually stick to that part of the paint and get stuck on the Gelli Plate. So don't be surprised and freaked out if it happens, because it happens. So I've got that one chunk of paint down there that just will not come off. It will not come off. So I just keep putting thin layers of other paint on top and trying to get it pulled off, because I want that crusty bit. I need that crusty bit. That piece of red paper come out pretty cool looking, even though I kept going over it with a bunch of different colors. But that one it's just stuck, y'all. Okay, let's put some brown on. Let's see what we get. Put some brown. Oh, let's put some of that fuchsia on there. Oh, gotta love that fuchsia. You wouldn't think fuchsia and brown would look so good, but that came out pretty good. So, and it's just not coming. I think I finally just like, okay, well, forget it. I'm just gonna forget it. And we're fixing to go to the sink and clean it off. So hang on, get ready. Well, evidently I didn't talk while I was doing that. So, oh, sorry, I blew your ears out. Sorry about that, y'all. Y'all know I'm loud. So I'm cleaning. Actually, took my Gelli Plate off of my plexiglass piece that I have duct tape on the edges because they can be kind of sharp, and I scrunched that off with a nail brush. That is a nail brush, that you keep at the sink to clean your nails with. Anyway, I do not use the nail brush on the Gelli Plate. I just use my hand, and I use some Murphy's oil soap, y'all. And as you can see, the Gelli Plate is very flexible, and that chunk of paint, crusty paint, just didn't want to come off that spot. I don't know what's going on with that spot, y'all. So I'm washing it pretty good, trying to get all my edges, because the edges get really crusty. And my dishpan there is not quite big enough, but it's all right. Now we're going to rinse it off, because you got to rinse it. And I'm going to have to clean it some more when I get it back over to my worktop. Okay? Okay. So I'm rinsing it off pretty good, because you don't really want it to be soapy. And I'm sticking it on there. There, I'm going to get some of that crusties off my hand, too, with my nail brush. Because, yeah, I could have cut that part out. But why bother? Now, I'm going to get some paper towels, because you want to double wipe your gel plate with the paper towels. Because it's hard to just wipe it, because your paper towels stick to it. Just saying. And you kind of need some place to lay your gel plate while you're cleaning off your acrylic or your plexiglass piece, if you use one, because that's what I use. Mine stays on the plexiglass, because that's the way I do it. Always have, always will. So, double drying it off. I'm drying that real good. And see, now we're back over at the work table. I'm cleaning my plexiglass because I don't want any little spots or specks on there. Okay. Got that cleaned up. And that's a baby wipe. Did I mention that was a baby wipe? Oh, that's a gel plate itself I'm cleaning on, not the plexiglass. Oh, bless my heart, y'all. And there's 1 and 2. They're cool. You might think those are not attractive colors because they're not that pretty in this cream, but in real life they're kind of cool. And see, the graphite didn't come off on my hands for that one. Now this one it will. It's like, oh wait, there's puddles of graphite on that one. You get baby wipe and clear it and watch what happens. Oh Lord, that made a mess. And I would recommend that you check each page to make sure that there's no puddle clumps of graphite, and I'm just using baby wipes to clean it off. And I'm gonna set that aside to dry because I don't want to. Oh, look at that one, so pretty. And that one was the only one that had the puddles of graphite on it. Go figure. Gorgeous. These are just so pretty, y'all. They make me happy. Oh, and there's still gonna be a photo montage. Got a lot of crusties. Got a lot of crusties. And I'm going to go back and watch Peg and Shel's video so I can see what they did, because that was just cool stuff, y'all. I've got a little white on it. Here's that gold one with just a little bit of crusties. And here's the brayering off pages. They're double-sided. And I used, like I said, a stencil underneath them. That's why we have some of that patterning in there. And that's a Deli Paper clean off. And that's the soak up in between the stencil bits. And let's just go with some turquoise on it, which is gorgeous. And this one is I know you can hardly see it. And it's that way in real life. You can really hardly see it, truthfully. So, use that on the brayer too. And there's the jelly print back there. Oh, look at that. Photo montage. I hope you guys try this. I wouldn't rush out and buy graphite because it's kind of expensive, y'all. Just saying. And you could probably make it, but you'd have to sharpen the heck out of a lot of pencils to get it. Then you'd have to contend with all those little wood bits. So I don't know how to do it. The powder, yes. I'm going to try. I need to try more of the shower powder, body powder. Just saying, because I do. And thanks, Peg and Shel, for inspiring me to give this a try. I appreciate it. Love my prints, y'all. I hope you enjoyed. I appreciate your time. Your kind comments, because you guys are just awesome like that. Your likes, aka thumbs up. And you're sharing my videos with your friends, because that means a lot. And thanks for subscribing. If you're not already subscribed, I would like to invite you to do so now. Please subscribe, click on the little bell, and you will get notifications of new videos. Thanks for watching, and happy art, y'all.